Oh, what a night for basketball we have here at Leuzinger High School. Good evening, everybody, from Olympian Gym. Along with Sebastian Spencer, I'm Lou Stowers. And what a game it's going to be between the West Warriors boys and the Leuzinger Olympians boys. And first place against third place, but still, this is the only team that the Leuzinger Olympians have lost to in quite a while.
Yeah, definitely the only team that they've lost to in league play. So it's a lot of big implications with this game tonight. Leuzinger only losing this one game in league. West only losing two, but they're going to face the Torrance team that Leuzinger had problems with next week. But even bigger, Leuzinger got the win versus North recently in their last league game, and Coach Jones said it's the best game that the seniors have played all season. So I think it's going to be a big test for them today. They're going to need a big game from Ahmad Anderson, their standout sophomore, John Clausell, the junior point guard as well.
All right, so Tamara Lott is going to be watching the Warriors sideline tonight, and Coach Neil Paramuter, we talked to him before the ball game. What is he going to have to do to get another win against these Olympians?
Well, you know, Coach Paramuter, their team has been able to hold teams to 46 points. However, Leuzinger is a team that likes to run the scoreboard up. They like to score 60-plus points. So Coach Paramuter told me if they can hold this team to 60 points, they have a chance to walk out of here one game away from clinching.
And the West Warriors, their coach Neil Paramuter, he's really been a nice surprise for that team.
Yeah, you know what? He's bringing in a system where they want to push the ball and play physical basketball, and he has the size to do it. And that's the most important thing against this Leuzinger team. They have to utilize their size if they're going to have some chance to win the game like they did last time.
And Darius Jackson is going to be watching the Olympians. Darius, what do the Olympians have to do to get some payback?
I'll tell you what they got to go ahead and do is make sure they got to keep the up-tempo offense going. What the Warriors did last game was slowing down the tempo. They want to try to control the tempo and slow down the transition. So what the Leuzinger must do, the Olympians, they have to go ahead and keep the tempo going and score as much points as they possibly can to obviously win the game.
All right, we're going to get ready for basketball, high school basketball. The West Warriors and the Leuzinger Olympians coming up next on City TV.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here, and they're introducing the players. Number 0, Alex Mishaw, a guard, averages 21 points a game. Number 1, Brandon Kirscher. Number 3, Ken Asai, a transfer from Tokyo. Number 5, Justin Height. And number 11, Nick Snyder, head coach for the West Warriors at 18-6, 6-2, third place in the Pioneer League, is Neil Paramuter. They've won 3 in a row, and they're 5-1 on the road. And the Leuzinger Olympians are being introduced. Brian Mex, a 5-foot freshman guard, starting. John Cossell, a 5'7" junior, averaging 13 points a game, will be running the point guard. And next up, Amon Anderson, the leading scorer, averaging almost 23 points a game. And Tyler Ridley at the wing, a 6'4" senior. The Olympians are coached by Arturo Jones, and the Olympians are 16-7, 7-1. First place, a game over Torrance at 6-2. and in the Pioneer League, that is. They won 4 in a row, and they're 3-0 at home. So I can't believe that there are only 3 home games.
Only 3 home games this year, and that's just something that the schedule planning, didn't go in Leuzinger's favor. But, they've still been able to get the job done this year, coming in with a really good record. Got a lot of good young players on this team, and we got a few of them starting tonight.
And Gary Avery will be putting the ball up in the air. Mike Estes will be helping him out. It's going to be Tyler Ridley against Justin Height. And lots of electricity in the air for this one. The Olympians win the tip. Mex gets it over to John Kossel. Kossel with 2.1 assists a game leads the Olympians.
Yeah, look for Leuzinger to be really aggressive today. I talked to Coach Jones after the game where they played against West, and he said the seniors did not play good at all, and this is where they're going to have to show what they're made of tonight.
Alex Mishaw with the rebound off of the miss by Kossel. They're setting it up. Both of these teams very well coached. A running jumper from inside the lane, and that's good by Asai. Again, he's a transfer from Tokyo.
Yeah, Asai brought some game with him from Tokyo as well. That's a nice runner.
Last time these two teams met at West on the 19th of January, the Warriors won 60-56. Fast break and a miss by Mishaw.
You see John Klossel.
And we've got a foul on the play. It'll be on Nick Snyder. The 5'10 senior, his first personal, first team foul. Right away, Devin Brown, a 6-foot senior, coming in the ball game for the freshman, Brian Mex.
Devin Brown is the younger brother of Christian Brown. They used to play at Hawthorne High School.
Tyler Ridley acting like a point guard, even though he wears Wilt Chamberlain's number. Nice pass underneath, but too far under was Chibuisi, but a nice pass and a layup and in, and that was by Ahmed Anderson for 2 points.
Yeah, Ahmad Anderson is one of those players who you're going to see tonight. He's going to take a lot of shots because he is the engine that makes this Leuzinger team go.
Asai loses the ball, and look at the speed that Kossel has to catch up with it. Down the baseline, gets it back out, but throw it away. Threw it right to Height, and a foul called as Mishaw went up. That'll be 2 shots for Alex.
Yeah, and that was just a bad pass there by Devin Brown. See the foul replay right there.
John Kossel with the foul. His first personal, first team foul. Arturo Jones doesn't like it. Gives it the Mikey look. And Mishaw misses. He leads the Warriors in points scored, but not in free throws, obviously, as you just saw Nick Paramuter.
Yeah, Mishaw has a nice touch around the basket. He's a slasher. He finishes well, and he's a really good player. Nice addition to this West team.
So a tense game so far. West showing man-to-man defense. Cutting in on the wing is Brown. Lays it up and in. His first bucket of the game.
And Devin Brown, very physical player. He plays really good defense. Always attentive on the offensive end, looking to score.
Kersher with it, has trouble. Now gets it back from Asai. Over to Mishaw. Mishaw from just inside the free throw line, and that was an air ball. But another second chance from the rebound by Height. Stolen away. Here comes Kossel with a three-point shot, in and out. Rebound nicely done by Anderson, and it hammers it off the glass. So a missed opportunity for the Olympians.
Yeah, those are the shots that you gotta make from point-blank range.
Three-point shot by Mishaw. He misses right. Rebound way up high by Anderson. Anderson, the leading scorer at 22.7 points a game. Devin Brown with it. Playing keep away with John Kossel. 3-point shot taken, just missed. Rebound by Snyder. Brings the ball up court. Loveday Shabuizi is the leading rebounder for the Olympians with 5.3 a game.
You see some pressure defense from Leuzinger here, and this lineup can really go on the defensive end. Devin Brown is known for hassling these players.
And a foul is called. Let's see who they're going to nail on that one. Mishaw driving down.
Yeah, you see
Going to be
the
on
replay here.
Tyler Ridley.
13 of the Olympians.
Devin Brown. Pretty good defense on that play. They're going to put that one on Tyler Ridley as Mishaw sneaks in for the 2-point basket in the inside. And that's just a great job of cutting.
3 points for Alex. And that'll be discussed, I'm sure, at halftime. On the inbound pass, that was way too easy. Nice spin move by Brown, puts it up and in. Very athletic move by Devin. He has 4 points.
Yeah, but that was kind of rushed that one. It looks like Jones is going to sub him right out the game for that play.
That shot is put in by Height, his first bucket of the game.
And for the people at home that haven't seen Leuzinger yet, you're getting a look at a young team that's fairly athletic. They can shoot the ball, as you see Tyler Ridley lines it up for 3 right now.
And that ties up the ball game at 7.
And this is what Leuzinger loves to do. They like to put that press on you. As you can see him doing right now, it's Shabuizi with the block.
And Shabuizi got an elbow or something, or a finger in the nose or in the eye area. Let's see if we can find out where.
Yeah, it looks like.
Might have been his own man that got him.
It looks like it was definitely Mishaw when he came down on the shot.
Max back in. And also in Drew Higasagiwa. Higashigawa. And the layup try is missed. Back with the rebound, Shabuizi with it on the run, puts it up and in. Instead of laying it up, he laid back.
Yeah, and that's one thing Coach Jones loves about Shabuizi. He can get the rebound and push it all the way down the court, and he's very athletic.
Alex Mishaw. So the Olympians just have to outrun West. Is that right?
Pretty much. I mean, West has the size, but Leuzinger I think is a better defensively sound team. As you see, they're getting the stops right now.
That's a terrific defense by the Olympians. It's dribbled out of bounds, and Tyler Ridley will bring it in.
It's good to see Tyler Ridley out there. He's been riddled by injuries this whole season, and it's good to see him out there.
Yeah, we have some extracurricular activity. A loose ball foul is probably going to be called on Shabuizi.
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive foul on Shabuizi, and that's one thing about him. He's super physical under there. As you see, it looks like a bit of a flop, but
it looked like a nice trip. The side took a trip across the Pacific. Now he takes a trip across the lane.
Yes. Side's a really good player, though. You can see he has the fundamentals.
As they break the press, but still couldn't get the bunny to go down into the hole. Kersher missed. The rebound out to the Olympians, but West is back. Next to Klossel. With 1:40 left to go in the first quarter and a fast-paced first half. Glad you joined us on City TV Sports. Always good to have you with us. Mex with it, wants to drive the baseline, does, goes up against Kersher and gets it swatted out of bounds. Coming in the ball game is Brown for Klossel. Ball was just batted out of bounds, no foul.
And I like Brian Mex using the pump fake there, but he is known for his shooting, and that's one thing you got to do to confuse the defense. You got to throw a pump fake in there, go to the basket, but he had that one blocked.
Zach Tanata in as Coach Paramuter is really fast with the subs. And a good defensive play by Anderson from behind to knock the ball out of the hands of Asai.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good defensive play, and Coach Jones always talks about how he challenges Ahmad to be great on the defensive end. You know what he can do on the offensive end, averaging 24 points a game, but he can definitely be a force on the defensive end with the long arms that he has.
DeMaje Washington coming in, and a long two-point shot is buried by Snyder for his first bucket of the game to tie it back up at 9.
A great looking jump shot by Snyder.
Pass is tipped and stolen away. 3 turnovers by the Olympians already. Asai with it, lays it up and in. Got a nice bounce there. They take the 2-point lead back. Anderson goes up and under and in with the left hand. Woo! Where did that come from?
Ahmad Anderson, and that's just what the kid does. I mean, he does moves like that every game. I mean, he gets where he wants.
Just a sophomore?
Only a sophomore.
Wow. Tanata with it. Tanata gets it over to Snyder. Being watched by Anderson. Anderson needs to work on his thespian work there with Kersher getting knocked around. A 3-point shot. Air ball. Anderson with the rebound. No acting there. 15 seconds left to go. Nice pass to Mex.
That's just a great bounce pass by Ahmad Anderson to get Brian Mex the layup.
Snyder through the legs. Dishes it back to Coe. Now back out and a 3-pointer. No at the buzzer. Shot was missed by Tanata. And the first quarter comes to an end with a feverish run by the Olympians. It's 13-11.
Yeah, you talk about that, Lou, and they are definitely putting the pressure on the defensive end. They don't want to have anything happen that happened to them last game, and I think that is one of the best things that Leuzinger can do right now. As we see Coach Jones talking to the troops.
So, yeah, it's Coach Arturo Jones doing that, and let's see the balanced scoring. 4 points each for Devin Brown and Ahmad Anderson, and Mishaw with 3 points, and Asai with 4 points for the Warriors. So there's a burning pace. You think they can keep it up? Who's gonna blink first?
Well, I mean, you know, last time this West team got the best of Leuzinger, I mean, they were at home, and if you've never been to a West game at home, they fill those stands, man. I mean, they really do. They really fill the bleachers, and they come and support the West Warriors. I mean, that's just how that school is with their school pride, and, you know, it's a big-time game here.
This is still a good crowd for a Tuesday night here at Leuzinger High School. Tuesday, Thursday, the last regular season games. Second quarter just underway. Mishaw with it, a long rainbow 3 to start it off. Now he has 6 points.
That's a good shot by Mishaw, but you cannot let him be open like that.
Anderson with it, being guarded by Asai. That's a good matchup. Little bunny shot, nice pass. DeMaje Washington with his first bucket. That song just kind of sings off you there. I love that name.
Washington, the younger brother of Damani, who played here last year, the star player. And he's showing some of that brotherly love that he's showing as West scores.
Asai with the bucket. He has a half a dozen.
And Asai, I love the way he moves without the basketball.
Ahmad with a nice move to get around Asai. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, circling around, and gets it in. 6 points for Ahmad.
And Lou, you see with Ahmad's length, he's able to go in there and rebound the basketball and finish off plays.
The whirling dervish there. Snyder with it. Uh-oh, look out the back door. Here comes Mishaw. Gets it back out to Snyder for 3, off the mark. Rebound, no one's there. Snyder picks it up, gets another 3. 5 points, and Arturo Brown is not happy.
Yeah, he
calls a timeout.
He's mad at Washington for not running to that ball on that last play. I don't know if we can get a replay, but he clearly could have got to that ball, as you see right here. And that's the later end of the play from Snyder's 3, but he definitely could have got to that basketball, and he's gonna come out the game for that play.
So 6:27 left to go. Boy, what a fast and feverish game. And want to congratulate the girls team, both Leuzinger and West, as they put on a show for us here earlier. The final score was 68-37 West, knocking off the defending CIF champions. And boy, West looks like, to me anyway, I haven't seen too many other girls basketball games except for Culver City. That team looks pretty good as well.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of girls teams this year, and West looks like the favorite to win the CIF this year. I mean, they have the size, they have all the players at every position, and they just play well.
They sure do. So Gary Avery is discussing something with Coach Brown and Mike Estes. Coach Jones. They were talking about substitutions. Maybe Devin Brown didn't check in. Well, whatever it is, we got it covered. Maybe one of our intrepid reporters will figure it out. Mex with it with a nice pass over to Klossel. Now Mex gets Snyder out of the way for a 3. Looks long, it is. And it bounces over to turn it over to the Warriors.
And Mex a little bit off on that jumper, but he is a kid who was highly recruited by a lot of coaches to go to, whether it was Lawndale or a lot of schools here in the South Bay. He is a tremendous shooter, but he has just not had that breakout game this year. But it's a reason that he's on varsity and he's only a freshman.
Well, that's very obvious. Snyder double team, gets it to his side, now gets it back. Nice defense by Brown. That left Snyder open. Now a shot taken by Height. That's not going to go down. Rebound is bounced around. Klossel has it, and he's off to the races. Gets it over to Brown. Shot blocked by Mishaw. And look out. Tyler Ridley and Alex Mishaw doing a little bumping and grinding.
And it looks like that's going to be a foul on.
Just out of bounds.
Has it blocked there by Mishaw.
Just out of bounds. Gary Avery and Mike Estes letting them play. Mishaw with it, trying to get around Brown, and a foul. Nope, not a foul, as Mishaw dribbled it on the baseline. Second turnover on the Warriors. Klossel. Now to Ridley. Ridley says, I'll give it to you, Anderson, but you got to move. Sabuisi with it. Now Klossel trying to get underneath. Puts up a layup. No, rebound is off, and Anderson just couldn't get it away. To Asai and one, because he was pushed from behind.
And I really like this kid, Asai. I mean, he just has a nose for where the basketball is. And you see right there, a nice touch on the basketball. He gets the and one.
So that was Shabuisi Loveday with his second personal. 4th team foul. So the bucket goes to Asai. They have 21 points. And he gets the and one coming up. Misses the opportunity. 21. And ball is taken away by Jonah Coe.
Yeah, that pass might have been a little bit too low for Tyler Ridley.
So West, with their biggest lead of the night, Snyder with it. Nice move, but a better blocked by Anderson. Not in my hizzy.
As Ahmad looks at him and said, what was he thinking? Nice little fake there.
Yeah,
but Ahmad says, nah, not today.
This is for reals. Coe inbounds it. Now Asai from the free throw line, missed everything. But Coe gets the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's the reason why you got to box out. Too many players are already down the floor. You got to stay there until you get the rebound.
6-point edge for the Warriors. Anderson spins, puts it up, no. Rebound is being fought for, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Leuzinger ball. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
And you see, Ahmad is able to get to the basket whenever he wants, but he gets a lot of his teammates involved.
Higashigawa coming in the ball game for Asai. Brown inbounds it way out front to Clausel, to Mex. Clausel with a long three. Oh, that went way down, but then Brown gets the rebound. It can't go down. It's being fought for, finally taken by Snyder.
Yeah, Clausel's been real quiet. He's another one of the players that Leuzinger depends on.
And then just like that, Misha with a roll-in with 8 points. Leuzinger needs to break the string. And we got a push. Who's it going to be on? They're going to call it on Brown.
Wow.
That's Devon's first, 5th team foul.
Yeah, that's a push. Yeah, Devon is a kid who came over here to Leuzinger, but he didn't play his first 3 years at Hawthorne. I mean, you can imagine if a kid like that would have been here from the jump.
Yeah, that's true. So 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Misha with it. Misha for three. Looks long, it is. Rebound taken by Ridley. To Mex, and the Olympians break out, but West is back. But Mex says, I'll just shoot it over you guys. Nothing doing.
Yeah, Coach Arturo Jones just shakes his head, but he knows that Mex is very capable of shots like that. And when he gets rolling, he gets rolling.
So West has been on a 9-0 run since the Olympians scored their last bucket. Snyder. Now underneath, no. And we got a foul, a block, 2 shots for Alex Misha. And Leuzinger is just now getting outplayed.
Yeah, and let's get a look at this right here. And they called the foul on Tyler Ridley, but it was a reach-in on Brown. I just didn't understand that call. And you see Coach Arturo Jones arguing with the ref right now. Coach Jones is known to get himself thrown out of game if he wants. If he's that upset about it, he looks pretty upset right now.
And first free throw is good, 9 points. Misha looking for 10 and gets it. So it's an 11-0 run now for West. Brown with it. Now it's a Mex. Brown wants to drive the baseline, does, but kicks it back out. 3-point shot by Anderson, a little long. Asai with the rebound. He's going to slow it down with 1:50 left to go in the half.
And if you're Ahmad, that's a shot that you wish you could have back. Those are the shots that you want. Wide open.
Asai gets it over to Misha. Back to Ken. Drives, kicks it back out. Misha with the rainbow three. Under 10 seconds there. 13 points for Misha.
And Misha just getting every bucket he wants right now. And Leuzinger, they have to get him, they have to put him on the block and make him score inside.
Brown with a long miss. And again, not being able to get inside could be costing the Olympians. Can't get under that inside and penetrate that 2-3 defense. A bad pass. Mex with it. Ridley with it. Goes around to side, but has it stripped away by Drew Higashigawa. That's his first
If
personal.
you're Tyler Ridley right there, you gotta protect that ball. That's a great strip. But he got very lucky getting a foul call there, because that looked like it was just a robbery.
They did. That was too easy. That was like Steve Tasker.
Yeah, I mean, he just was able to take it out of his hand. And that's one thing I know that the Leuzinger coaching staff has been working with Tyler Ridley on. They want him to be more physical, and they've been working on that with him. And he's a kid who's been here at this program from the very beginning, and they want him to use his senior year and really play hard.
A 12-point deficit going into the last minute of the first half. After leading 13-11 to open the first quarter. So the Warriors have been busy. Snyder against Klossel. Klossel with no points. Averages 13 a game. And the Warriors are already playing keep away, and this foul is going to go on Brian Mex. His first personal, 7th team foul, so it's bonus time.
Leuzinger played great defense until the end right there, and Brian waits to the end to foul. And, you know, that's just a play where you can't win for losing. As you can see, Brian is mad at himself on that one.
Asai with 9 points. He's 1 for 2 from the line. Asai makes them both. So 10 points for Ken. Klossel lobs it over to Brown. Brown wants to go around and doesn't get the rebound. Goes it over Height. Rebound goes to West. Here comes Snyder. Misha with a wide open three with 3 seconds left to go. No, Asai had it fumble out of his hands with the help of Anderson, and that ends the first quarter of play with a surprising run by the West Warriors, 32-18. Only 7 points put up by the Olympians. Excuse me, no. Even less than that, only 5 points put up by the Olympians.
And if you're Coach Arturo Jones, you cannot be happy. You cannot be happy with that. And that's another one of those things that you have to put points on the board, and they just have to run their offense. That's the number one thing that's going to be important for Leuzinger going forward. They got to run their offense, and they got to go through Tyler. They got to go through Tyler and use some of that size in the inside. And Ahmad's just going to, if it has to come down to it, you know, Jones has been known to say, Ahmad, go get us. Go get us back in the game, and he might have to do that today.
He's going to have to, because Ahmad only has 6 points. And they were outscored 22-5, and it looks like Tamara has a hit. Let's go to Tamara.
What I can tell you guys is the Warriors are fired up on the bench. In fact, one player yelled out, "We got this," speaking the W into existence already. Let's see if they can hold this lead in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tamara. And the leading scorer in that second quarter was Alex Misha. He has 13 points. He scored 10 he scored 10 points in that second quarter alone. Well, we're going to be back with the third quarter action and maybe some numbers, and scratching our heads for the Olympians to see what they can do. Meanwhile, the West Warriors are looking like they want to defend their championship title. let's go to our halftime, or actually let's go to our break in halftime, and we'll be back after this on City TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here at Leuzinger High School inside Olympian Gym, and the score is 32-18 in favor of West, who went 21-5 in the second quarter. As a matter of fact, they just went on an 11, 12, 13-0 run. And let's go to the highlights of the first quarter, or the first half.
Yeah, you know what? And Alex Mishaw is the player who really got it going for West. You see a couple shots there, a nice block shot there, and he did it on the offensive end too. High arcing three-point shot right in front of the Leuzinger bench. And we got Ahmad Anderson. He's been the guy for Leuzinger, and he's got to get it going as well. He has to have a monster game in order for Leuzinger to come back, and that's what they're looking for him to do. And you know, you see right here the nice spin move in the inside, change of hands, right back to his left hand. He's a special talent.
All right, let's go to Darius.
Hey, thanks, guys. Talking with Coach Arturo Jones at halftime, asking what went wrong offensively and defensively. He said offensively they're just standing there, not really setting up any plays, and defensively not standing in front of players, but he really credited the Warriors for pretty much playing a lot more harder than what his squad has done. I also asked if the ramification of this game, winning, being league champions, if that got ahead of these guys. He said absolutely not. They just got to go out there, play harder than the Warriors, and start executing on offense and not just standing there. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Darius. And Alex Mishaw, the leading scorer for both teams at 13 points. And then it's Ken Asai with 10 points, Nick Snyder with 5, and Junha Ko with 2 points. And for the Olympians, 2 points for Shabuizi, 4 points for Devin Brown. Amand Anderson has 6, 4 points for Tyler Ridley, and Demaje Washington has 2. The Olympians just need to start scoring. They were outscored 15 to 14 in the second quarter.
Yeah, as Brian Mex pulls up for a 3 in the corner, it's just not good. But in Lou, I actually went to go in the Leuzinger locker room and to see what Coach Jones was talking to them about, and he said they are not defending, and he wants them to do that as Loveday gets a steal, and it goes off of his foot, and that's going to be another turnover on the Olympians. You see great defense there, great anticipation, but it just bounces right off of his foot.
So turnover on both teams there, but don't know if you could even count the one on the Olympians because don't know if there was control. Kind of like in the Super Bowl. Did he have it? Asai doesn't have it, and Ridley has the rebound. Back comes Leuzinger. Boy, do they have a huge hill to climb. And the ball is blocked on the Anderson shot and taken away by West. Mishaw, wide open Asai.
That's going to be a travel.
And a travel.
He did not put the ball down. Hopefully we get a look at that replay.
But you can do that in the NBA.
And that's going to be one, two. Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right, so the Olympians get a little help. Klossel to Mex. Anderson with it. Now to Shabuizi. going in amongst the hands in the trees, and he'll get 2 fouls.
You see Chibuizi going to the basket strong right here, and that's one thing Chibuizi can do. He can rise. I mean, if you give him a lane, you might get dunked on. The kid is athletic.
Up, the Olympians need to get Misha in trouble. That's only his first foul. First free throw missed.
Yeah,
Loveday is a 54% free throw shooter, so that's not a surprise.
And Chibuizi has to step up. I mean, Coach Jones talked about it at halftime. He said, hey, we're down some guys. You know, Prince is out with a concussion. He's not playing today. You got a couple other guys on the sideline. Jones usually runs around an 8-9 man rotation, so they're going to need him to step up. They're going to need Washington to step up.
So now we're looking at Loveday Chibuizi, who's injured now. Maybe he's got a little cut. He'll have to come out and Devin Brown in. So it's like a relief pitcher where he's going to have to take over the free throw.
Yeah.
So does it go on Brown's docket or Chibuizi's docket? Doesn't matter. Well, the attempt does on somebody. Snyder with it. Snyder against Klossel. Double team. The ball is loose, but it's picked up nicely by Height.
And that's that press Leuzinger wants to do. They want to run that press, and it's working right now.
Well, there was just no life in the Olympians in the second quarter.
Yeah, and then Coach Jones talked about that. He said you're not talking to each other on defense. And it looks like he stepped back court, and they got lucky with that one.
That's the even upper. 4 points for Height. Mex wants to go baseline against Snyder and a block. So new 35 for Leuzinger, and the second personal on Nick Snyder, second team foul.
Yeah, I like Snyder. He's a real physical defensive guard, but he's got to learn to pick his spots because you'll get the foul called on you if you're not careful.
Anderson gets the inbound. And Leuzinger needs to focus and get some energy. Klossel with it again against Snyder. Mex to Brown. Brown wants to go in between, but nope, over to Mex. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 5. Klossel's going to have to shoot it from there. An off-balance shot won't go down, and Asai with the rebound.
Klossel averages almost about 15 points a game. He's just having a really off game right now.
He has 0 points tonight, averaging 13.1. And it's not been because they're not scoring. It's not. Oh, there's a turnover on the rebound. Asai uses the body, gets the foul on Ridley, and gets 2 at the line.
Yeah, and you know that's if you're Ridley, you gotta go up and try to block that shot. I mean, you're giving yourself a foul right there. What's the chances of him making that shot? You gotta make him pass that off. I mean,
Neil Perrymuter talking with Mike Estes. Makes the first one. 11 points for Asai. Back in the ball game is Chibuizi. And coming out is Devin Brown. Makes them both an even dozen for the transfer from Tokyo. Klossel skips steps, puts up the runner. No, rebound is tipped around. Chibuizi tried to get it to Anderson, but Snyder is there. The ball is just bouncing their way, and now a frustration foul on Chibuizi.
yeah, and then frustration starting to set in for the Leuzinger Olympians. And they try to double on that play, but Chibuizi's just a little bit too physical on that one, and he gets the foul called on him.
And that's number 3.
If you're Leuzinger, you're in a hole right now, and you got 5 minutes left to dig it out.
Snyder brings it across. Asai was cutting, and then he passed it to Height. but it goes out of bounds. So turnover number 4 on West. Klossel on the mismatch against Misha, so he should be able to get around him. Did, but didn't take it to the hole. Anderson has the ball stripped, but he was fouled by Misha.
It's going to be a kickball on that play.
Taking back in the game for the Warriors, number 22 and number 15.
Drew Higashigawa in the ball game for Alex Misha. Ball is tipped and whistle.
While Misha is out the game, Leuzinger needs to try to get something. And then inside this West team, they don't have a lot of scorers. What they do have is a lot of passing, and they can make open shots. That's where they've been good tonight.
Brandon Kersher with the first foul, his first foul, and Anderson tries to put it up with the finger roll. Wouldn't go down, but he gets fouled. He'll get 2 from the line. And that's another foul on Brandon Kersher. That's his second personal, 4th team foul. So that's what the Olympians have to do as well, is earn their way at the line.
Yeah, and you got to make your free throws. I mean, it's the only way to get back in the game. It doesn't matter how many free ones that you get. You have to make them.
So 7 points for Anderson. He only scored a couple, or just scored 2 points in the second quarter, and a timeout called.
And there we get a look at Prince Buford. He's out with the concussion right now. He probably won't be back until the playoffs, and he is a big key to this team. He is a rebounder. He pushes the ball up, as we see on the right side of the screen. He has the hoodie under his jersey, but tough loss for the Olympians.
So 8 points for Anderson, way under his average at almost 23, a 78% free throw shooter. So West still keeping up the pace, and Leuzinger still not making their shots, but they're making their free throws, or at least.
Yeah, the good thing about it is, I mean, you have 4:29 left to go. I mean, I would try to go on a nice run here in this to end this quarter. I mean, that's the only way you're going to be able to climb out of this hole in the 4th.
West will bring the ball in. Higashigawa passes it to Snyder on the run. Underneath, couldn't make it, was Jonah Koh. Koh going against the ball is called a jump ball. Possession arrow faces the Warriors. Jun Ha. So now Misha coming back in. Kersher comes out and Height back in. .32 seconds left on the shot clock for the Warriors. Misha gets his hands on the ball right away. Asai with it. Leuzinger playing man defense now. A wild shot put up by Asai that missed everything. Hit the standard, the baskets, or the backboard standard, so that's a turnover. Number 5 on the Warriors. Mex trying to make his way down the baseline, passes it off to Ridley, too hard off the glass, rebound wrestled down to the air by Koh.
That's a great pass by Brian, man. I mean, you have to finish that if you're Tyler Ridley. Those are easy shots that you have to make.
Asai against Mex. Misha from downtown.
And if you're Leuzinger, you got to make Misha put it on the floor. He's not really a ball handler. He wants to catch it and shoot it, as he has done his whole game.
Nice move by Shabuizi. Only 4 points for Loveday, but that's his average per game. But he needs to step up to get back into this ball game. Misha again. There he is inside with 18 points.
And that's just a wide open drive to the basket. You have to be a lot more smarter than that.
And either Misha or Higashigawa gets the foul. going to give that to number 22, Higashigawa. A non-shooting foul, so it'll be out of bounds.
And Will checking in the game for Leuzinger.
Will Bloomfield. Yep, that was Higashigawa. Will Bloomfield in the game to do some pushing and shoving. Long three by Anderson, no. Rebound by Lovejoy, and he was surrounded by 3 West jerseys. No help from the outside.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Chibuizi is super athletic, and that's what he does. He uses his athleticism to get in the inside, get over guys, get rebounds, and that's what he does best. As long as he can keep doing that and convert those shots. I mean, he might have a shot tonight, but he's the only one inside rebounding. Everybody has to do it by committee.
Asai out, Snyder back in. Here comes Quasso, and he puts it up and in. Maybe that's what get him going. That's his first bucket of the game.
Yeah, Quasso definitely needed that one.
Snyder looks over to his coach, Neil Parameter.
And this West team, they want to shoot.
And they do and score. That was Justin Height. He has 6 points. Clausell has it tipped off of Lovejoy, was probably looking for Mex.
Yeah, and that's just one of those passes where the teammate gets in the way, just unforced turnovers.
7 by our count, under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Snyder, shot by Higashigawa, and he makes a 3, his first bucket of the game. Drew Higashigawa. Chibuizi will get the 2, and he got Alex Misha to foul him. That's 2 on him, and it's in the bonus, so it's a 2-shot foul anyway. But from now on, throughout the game, the Olympians will be at the line.
Well, that's a good sign as long as you make some good drives going to the basket. As Chibuizi misses another free throw.
And back in the ball game is Brandon Kirscher, the 6'4" sophomore. Height and Higashigawa is out of the game. Also back in, Asai. Missed free throw by Loveday.
You look at this game, and Ahmad is still very young. I mean, but I've seen him take over games, and he can do it. He might have to do it for this one.
Well, poor Will Bloomfield. He committed the foul just because he was there.
He had his hands straight up. I think they just called that one on the body.
First one is up and in. That's the first point of the game for Kirscher. And gets a lucky bounce there. 2 points for Brandon. Pass is stolen by Asai. He lays it up and in. And Arturo Jones has seen enough. Calls timeout as the Warriors are celebrating on the Olympian hardwood.
Yeah, it's just a case of one of those things where when you're not playing well and a team is doing everything right, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Everything is going right here for West. They're making the right passes. They're making their shots. They're making their free throws. They are forcing turnovers tonight, and they seem to be the aggressor.
Well, they certainly are. Ken Asai with that bucket is 14 points, and you saw by that celebration that he is a fan favorite at West Torrance High School.
Oh, yeah, and they're excited because they know how tough this Leuzinger team is. So to be up by 26 points against this team is a very big deal. A very big deal. A lot of people pick this Leuzinger team as a sleeper in their division to possibly be there at the end with CIF or close to it. And you got a West team right now that is pouring it on them, and it's not even the fourth quarter yet.
Well, they are defending champs.
It is true.
With 1:04 left to go in the third quarter. Johnny Klossel, who has been shut down all game long, only 2 points. Second leading scorer on the team. The leading scorer on the team has been shut down as well. Anderson with only 8 points. Klossel with the 2-pointer. Was that a 3? So Johnny with 4 points. Misha, the machine tonight.
It is. And this Leuzinger team is so much more physical than West, and they are not imposing their will on them.
So Will Bloomfield commits his second personal. And it should be bonus time. Nope.
Misha.
Only the fourth personal. As the shot's missed, rebound is bounced around, finally cradled by Shabuizi. Look out, he wants to score and does.
Big time play by Shabuizi. 6 seconds left.
Snyder for the 3-point shot, and Bloomfield with the long pass. Looking like Steve Young. 50-28. So no relief in sight in the third quarter for the Olympians, who only scored 10 points. And let's take a peek.
Leuzinger, you see right here on this play, Shabuizi, and he's a gazelle in the open floor. He can run, and that's a great play, and that's what I talked about earlier. Jones loves the fact that he can get the rebound, and he can just push it straight up the court.
Hey, let's go to Darius Jackson, who has a special guest.
Thanks, guys. Now, guess who I just found in the stands? He's a face we're very familiar with due to the fact that we called his name all football season long due to the amount of touchdowns that he scored. That is Lawndale's highly recruited star running back, Jordan Wilmore. Jordan, what brings you to tonight's game, man?
I came to see my boy John Klossel play. I came to see him get a couple buckets, get this W tonight. That's all.
All right, now on behalf of the crew, I got to say that we are looking forward to calling your senior season. How are you preparing yourself for this upcoming season?
I'm running more track, getting ready, getting faster, getting bigger, just getting ready. I'm not doing the 707 stuff. I got to get faster. That's all that matters. I got to get ready for college.
Gotcha. And we heard that USC gave you an offer. How's this whole recruiting process been going for you?
It's going real good right now. It's just starting to pick up. And I'm pretty sure after signing day for tomorrow, it's gonna pick up way more.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Looking to go ahead and see you later on this year. Have a great night. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Darius. And always good to see Jordan Wilmore around.
Yeah,
and let's see if we can see more of John Klossel.
Kid's a monster, and that's a great move there by Devin Brown. And, I came to see Devin Brown play a couple games earlier this season, and that's what he can do. He can score the basketball.
Gets it down to 20 points. 6 points for Devin. Good defense by Mex, and a timeout called by Neil Paramotor. Smart call by the coach, but now Arturo Jones is given an earful to Mike Estes.
It looked like that ball bounced out of bounds when they were pressuring him on the sideline, but they still allowed the coach to call the timeout.
All right, well, also good, terrific defense by Brian Mex.
Yeah, very good.
So the Olympians with 7 minutes and 29 seconds to go on a 20-0 run.
Yeah, well, that's the only way it's going to happen. But, Lou, you talk about West. They've been really good tonight. I mean, I love Snyder and his physicality at the point guard spot. I mean, he's been
really
good.
Top to bottom, they've
yeah.
been good tonight.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, Snyder is one of those hard-nosed kids that you love to watch. Nick Snyder, a 5'10 senior. Mishaw finally misses. Height misses as well. And we're going to get some free throws. Or no, probably no free throws.
It is going to be free throws.
Okay, so the foul was committed on Anderson, his first personal. 5th team foul.
You see the replay right there. It's going to be a shooting foul.
Gets a sweet kiss off the rim. And Height has 7 points.
And that's been the difference this game. Turnovers and free throws. And West has converted on all of theirs.
They're doing pretty darn good. 8 points for Height. He was 2 for 2. Mishaw has missed 1. Asai has missed 1 out of 5. So yeah, they've only missed 2 out of all of their free throw attempts. Anderson swings around to Clausel. Back to Mex. He wanted that 3, but Snyder was in his face. Here comes Anderson. And he'll go to the line for 2. Wanted that and 1.
And he can get that every time. I mean, that's just something that he does. He gets by defenders with ease. He can get that every time. And, you know, it's fourth quarter now, as you see. He goes to the basket. He goes back to that nifty left hand he loves so much.
And gets number 9. So he's 3 out of 3 from the line. Lamont Anderson, 78% free throw shooter. Four out of 4 with 10 points now. Somehow the Olympians have to put a cork over the rim of the West Warriors.
They got to pressure the ball. You got to make this team put the ball on the floor because they want to shoot.
And a hand check on Johnny Clausel. And he just smiles and says, "What?"
Yes, it's a bit of a hand check.
Clausel's second, 5th team foul.
And Devin Brown has been the one that has given Mishaw problems when he's guarded him, so I don't.
Mex with the steal. Wants the 3, in and out. But rebound volleyball and put up. Oh my goodness, how did that not go in?
Yeah, Chibueze, and like I said, man, he is very athletic. He gets those boards.
Nick Snyder with his 3rd personal, 9th team foul. So they're just not paying attention to the fouls, how many fouls, because they've got a 20-point lead. They being West. Chibueze makes a free throw, 7 points for him. Now he is 1 out of 4.
And that's just how you have to do. You have to chip away at this league. I mean, you got to get you nice 5 good shots, 5 good stops. That's how you got to look at it. He converts on the 2 free throws. Let's see what they do on the defensive end here. The press has been working as they get right back to it.
Mex on Snyder, now to Height. Height gets across the line. Just barely with the 2 seconds left. Mishaw, and then look out, here comes Anderson, lays it in with a 12 points. That's 4 for him in the quarter, and a timeout. Neil Perlmutter.
You see Devin Brown getting in Mishaw's head.
So the turnover and the bucket.
Wish we could get some footage of those two jawing with each other, and those guys are definitely going at it.
And in just a second, let's go over to Tamara.
Guys, the Warriors are doing everything Coach Perlmutter could hope for, except for contain a 25-point lead. In that last time out, he told his team, put your foot on the gas, smash, we need deuces. Let's see if they can contain this lead in the fourth quarter.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara. So just under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And a 14-point lead. So they're trying to cut away at it.
Yeah, I mean,
See if they can. I mean, West seems to be running out of gas a little bit. Because they've put up a couple of big quarters, a 21-point second quarter and an 18-point third quarter.
yeah, well, you can look at this West team as a product of a good system. You know, Coach Perlmutter has put in a great system, but they don't have a guy that can just go get you a bucket. So this defense is stifling them every play.
And Amond Anderson trying to get the steal but commits the foul. His second personal, 7th team foul, so it'll be free throws. 1-1 for Nick Snyder, who has not taken an attempt yet. And misses the one. And it's taken by Shabuizi. Shabuizi shoves everybody out of the way, goes coast to coast. 10 points for Shabuizi.
And that's what Shabuizi can do. Like I said, once he gets the rebounds and pushes the ball.
And one. Trying to get the old-fashioned three.
Yeah, he's such a physical player, and I love the way he plays.
And he got it. 11 points for Loveday Shabuizi. 52-39. Don't go anywhere because the ball's thrown away.
Leuzinger is getting the stops that they need, and like I said, this West team, they want to shoot. You got to make them put the ball on the floor. Not a lot of ball handlers out there.
Clausell with it. Trying to figure out what to do with this 1-2-2 defense. Max drives the baseline, puts up a shot. Air goes off the rim, the rebound to Height. I don't know, but I think that the Warriors might be slowing down just ever so slightly. Aside.
Oh,
he stepped out of bounds. Nobody saw it. Runs into Shabuizi, and a foul is called on Loveday.
Yeah, and that's why the referee's got to have all eyes on the court. You see right here, we get this replay. Up, stepped out right there. And that's a great job by the camera crew.
Ernesto. So going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 is Ken Asai. Missed the first attempt.
Shabuizi with the rebound again.
Uh-oh, somebody forgot something. Asai with it, and Loveday. Possession arrow faces to Leuzinger.
You got 5 minutes left in this game.
They got lucky. They got lucky that time.
They did.
Right in front of us, inbounded to Clausell. Clausell with it. Again, driving down, puts it up and in. Johnny Clausell with 6 points. Long pass to Kersher. Uh-oh, look out, there's Mishaw putting it up and in.
Mishaw gets free, and that's what this team wants to do. Ahmad Anderson gets inside.
Couldn't get it to go. Asai with the rebound. Asai. No, they call it the other way, an offensive foul.
And that's a great job by Brian Mex getting his feet in there set. I'm so impressed with the defense he's been playing today. And you get a look at the replay. He is set. He's still moving, but
he's moving a bit. The shoes were moving.
And you got the West fans getting chippy in the game right now.
This is fun. 4:10 left to go. But still, a huge 13-point lead for the Warriors. Finally, the Olympians have woken up. Brown driving, Brown scoring. 8 points for Devin. Height dribbles it off his foot, but gets it across the timeline. Over to his side. Spins around Clausell, gets around, too hard off the glass, rebound is taken back by Mishaw. Mishaw had it tipped out. It's off of Mishaw, it'll go out of bounds to Leuzinger.
You know what, and that's the defense by Leuzinger. As Ahmad looks at his bench and says, let's go. But you see on this replay here, Mishaw, look at that pass that he throws. It's just not a good pass, and he throws it right out of bounds. And that's exactly what I talked about earlier, Lou. You got to pressure this team. Not a lot of ball handlers out there.
Leuzinger has outscored West 15-4 in this quarter. But they need to keep it up for another 3 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah, they got to pressure him. You got to put pressure on this team all game. You got to make Mishaw beat you.
And they have to make shots.
They got to make shots. And the momentum is with them right now.
Lovejoy can't get it to go down. Mishaw with the rebound. Needs help. He's triple teamed. Finally gets it. Snyder breaks out but doesn't have numbers. He'll eat some time off of the clock. Mishaw, the side. Somebody has to stop him as well. There's the ball stripped away, and a foul's called on Brown.
They call a foul on that play, and I don't know. It looked like they almost had him in the corner. It might have been a foul on the inside right there. Oh.
Well, the thing is that Gary Avery didn't really have a good view at it.
But he called it.
But Gary Avery is one of the better officials in the CIF. So Devin Brown with his second personal, 9th team foul.
You know, Lou, and you got to think if Leuzinger would have gave this effort in that second quarter, what type of game will we be looking at right now, you know?
Exactly.
5 points in the second quarter.
Yep. 5 points, 10 points in the third quarter. Ain't going to get it done. Not in the Pioneer League. Mishaw right down the middle for two. He has 22 points. 13-point deficit for the Olympians with only 2:45 to make it up. Loveday can't get it to go down, and Mishaw gets the rebound. Snyder gets it across the line. Height to Mishaw, being fumbled around. The Olympians just can't get to it. They're knocking it around, but the West Warriors are finally getting the ball, but this one's volleyballed out of bounds.
They got to move the ball. They have to move the ball because they are getting pressure right now, and that's the only way you're going to break the press. You got to keep moving the ball.
So they're talking about the clock. It shouldn't be a new, they put up 35 seconds. It should not be a new shot clock when you knock it out of bounds like that.
It should not be, but.
So they're going to give him 12 seconds on the shot clock. Height inbounds to Snyder. And Clausell got fouled Snyder.
I mean, those are two physical guards right there. I mean, I don't know. But that play is, got to let those two boys play.
Snyder misses the first one and the double bonus.
Snyder can take it, man. Snyder's one of the more physical guards in the South Bay.
Makes the adjustment there. And Nick has 6 points. 1 out of 3 from the line. Brown goes baseline. Should have shot it, but instead gets out to Shabuizi underneath and got the shot blocked. And a bad angle for Anderson, but he puts it in anyway for 14 points.
Ahmad Anderson, that's his
Get a timeout on the floor.
first basket in a while, but
Timeout, Charles Olivier.
down 12 with 2 minutes. Got to pretty much play a perfect game here. I mean, you can't foul, and if you do, you got to pray that they miss free throws.
Down by a dozen. Well, they only have about a minute before they have to start fouling.
Yeah, and give credit to West for making sure that they break that press. And you see when Leuzinger got into a groove, they went right back to their zone defense and stopped playing that man, because you got a lot of guys on that Leuzinger team who can go one-on-one.
Well, I also got to give it to the coaching staff of West, because they are willing these kids to the end, to the finish line. It's like a marathon game tonight, and I tell you what, it's been a tough one. You can tell that these kids are just wore out.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. I mean, these kids are playing their heart out. I mean, and it's taking that much more energy from Leuzinger when you come from behind, because when you come from behind, you got to play every minute perfect. And at one point, they were down to this game 26 points. So you got to love the effort from the Olympians, but you got to wonder if it's a little too late.
They bank the press underneath to Kersher, who brings it back out. Chewing some time off the clock, coming down to 1:45. Snyder gets double teamed. That's leaving somebody open. So Snyder just takes it himself and one.
Big time play by Snyder. Goes in, gets the basket, and I love that play. Strong nose guard, just noticing what he has by the defense, takes it in, switches the hands. Big time play.
He is something else. Nick Snyder with 8 points. Strong kid, too. You can tell that he, with 9 points, spends a lot of time in the weight room. Clausell finally gets a three-pointer. Clausell with 9 points now and a timeout with 1:30 left to go.
And Clausell is somebody who's usually aggressive, as we see on the replay here. He's usually really aggressive from the beginning of the game, and he really didn't take too many shots early on, and I'm wondering why is that. But you know, he's doing it now, but 1 minute 30 left, Lou.
They're running out of time. But yep, that second quarter was the backbreaker. 21 points. Third quarter didn't help either. 21-5 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean the second quarter was.
That's probably their worst quarter, at least this year.
Yeah, and that's going to be the story of the game. When I went in the locker room, that's exactly what Coach Jones talked about. He said, you guys are letting players who can't even dribble get by you. And, you know, that was the story of the game. For
just had no energy.
Just no energy. I mean, and that's when you're getting outplayed, when you're letting somebody who you know you should probably be D'ing up on get by you.
West.
Oh, and looks like a travel.
Misha says, who, me? And Arturo Jones walks by and says, yeah, you did. Clausell trying to get the team moving against this spread defense by West. Clausell doing it himself. No foul called.
10-point game here.
They get it down to 10 from 20 plus.
And they get a
turnover.
steal.
Good defense by Anderson. Three-pointer by Mex. No. And it gets turned over to West.
And it looked good going up. And that's a shot that, like I told you guys earlier, Mex he's real familiar with those three-point shots, and he can make them, but
Mishaw has it. Just missed on the replay.
And if you're West, you got to pass it right now.
Clausell gets called for his 4th personal.
And Coach Jones is upset about looks like an elbow was thrown in the back there.
Justin Height, the 6'4" senior, leads the team with 8.8 rebounds a game. Now has 9. He's 3 out of 3 from the line.
He's played really well tonight, too. He stepped up to the line and made some big free throws when they counted. And he does that one right there.
Has 10 points. Under a minute left to go. Mex for 3. Got it. That's his first bucket, Sebastian, since the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, if Mex can shoot it, it's just about getting the right shot, and that's a good look by Clausell. You see the rotation on that ball. He has such a nice form.
So they get it into single digits.
It's a great effort by the Olympians here late in the game. But you got to give it to West for bringing it from the tip of the game. And they knew they had to do that. They knew this Leuzinger team was going to come in here and try to avenge the loss that they took on the road. But Lou, you brought it up earlier. This West team being 5-1 or 6-1 on the road.
5-1 on the road.
5-1 on the road. That's a tremendous record.
Doesn't matter. They're 5-1 at home and on the road, so it doesn't matter where they play.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just a really poised team.
You know, I gotta point something out. Tonight, in her first performance as a scorekeeper for us, Asia Stewart. Asia Stewart, what is all of 12 years old? She's 11. She's learning on the fly. She's outrun both of these teams here as our scorekeeper, keeping tabs on the scoring runs. So
I love it. Be careful, Lou. She might take your job.
Say, you better watch out, son. She loves wearing those microphones.
I know. I came back at the halftime. She's wearing mine.
So Kersher going to the line to shoot 2 because of the double bonus. Makes the first one. So he has 3 points, all from the foul line.
And, you know, West has gone to the free throw line and made their shots.
Demaje Washington coming in the ball game for Loveday Shabuizi. And Coach Perlmutter looking for a very satisfactory victory here, should it hold up. Kersher with 4 points and a lay-in.
Clausell just continuing to play hard here.
Full court pressure beaten, and Clausell commits the foul. And they give him an intentional foul for just pulling the jersey.
Wow.
Don't understand that.
Intentional foul called on number 5 by the Olympians.
And for John, that's his 5th.
That's a tough break if you're John, who started to really bring it on here in his 4th quarter.
And coming in for him is Isaiah Ortega. Well, of course it's going to be an intentional foul. So Mishaw makes the first one. That's 23 for him. He'll get another. .24 for Alex Mishaw. And the ball back.
Mishaw clutch from that free throw line right there.
So with 20 seconds left, would you rather have a player take the jersey and spin him around that way, or to go in. That was foul was on Ortega, first personal, as Asai goes to the line. Or chance injury by grabbing an arm or a limb.
It's a tough call, tough break for the Olympians, but this is the position that they put themselves in, for a play like that to happen.
So the shot clock is off, and 21.7 seconds left. Mex from Hawthorne Boulevard won't go down, so he'll take another one with 10 seconds left. That's in and out. Anderson with the rebound. He puts it up, and he can't make it. Shot put up, won't go down for DeMange. And that's going to do it.
So it's a big...
That right there was a microcosm of the game.
It was.
Because Leuzinger couldn't make it from wide open outside or inside.
Yeah, and you talk about that, Lou, and it's a big time game here for West. I mean, they now move on to 7-2 as Leuzinger falls to 7-2 in league. And West, the only team that they lost to, they have to play Torrance next week.
Okay, and Torrance is playing North right now, and so just see what happens in tomorrow's paper, or we can maybe before the broadcast is over, we can find out for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out and see what we have here, but it's a crazy three-way race we have here.
Absolutely.
I mean, in the Pioneer League.
It's too bad we don't have one more game to do here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we do, but we will be back with you on Thursday night.
Yes.
That's for sure. Another doubleheader. But let's take a time out here on City TV. All right.
Torrance beat North tonight 75-62.
Okay.
So they go to 7-2.
Who is your player of the game?
Mishaw for sure.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah. How much did Ahmad have?
Or do you want a West player since Tom? Since you saying we're trying to play it down the middle. Okay, well then it's number 0 for West. Alex Mishaw. Mishaw. Got it? Okay, and then the tip of the hat. Hello? Tip of the hat. What, you want Lamond or you want John?
How much did John have?
He had 13 points, but I think Amand had a better game, or did Shabuizi?
Shabuizi played well.
Okay, number 2, Loveday.
Yeah, let's do him because he doesn't start either. So
Number 2 for the Olympians. Loveday is the first one. Loveday. Yeah. And Shabuizi. Chibueze. So where did our kids go? I thought we had the coaches lined up. Where did Aunt Tamara go?
Tamara's over here.
Well, what the hell? We got the coach over here. Okay, we got Darius with Arturo. Where's the camera guy?
Camera guy is ready right here.
Yeah. So what happened to Tamarisk? Are we going to have a coach? Go get your aunt. Can you go get your aunt and bring her over here? Go get him. God. Back here at Leuzinger High School, the final score 67-55 as the Olympians had a terrific fourth quarter, but just couldn't, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, you know what? Wasn't enough, and they brought it on, but they just brought it a little too late.
That's right. Well, let's go over to Darius Jackson, who has a special guest.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Jones of the Olympians right now. Coach Jones, obviously not the ideal game, coming off of a loss, but sometimes I like to take some positives out of it. Now, the team, they were coming back in the end. They continue to fight hard to the end. Is that something that you really taught, during practices that, you play all throughout 4 quarters?
I mean, we're going to play tough the whole game. That's a given. We're going to do that from the minute the clock starts till it ends. It's just very unfortunate today that we don't start playing until the fourth quarter.
And with the playoffs looming, now you guys will be in the playoffs, but coming off of a tough loss here, you as a coach, how do you go ahead and pick up your team, your guys, to go ahead and help pretty much close off the season and off the season on a high note, stepping into the playoffs?
This is the game that it was a must-win. It was a must-win. I put it in their heads that we started the playoffs on Friday. We was tied for first with Torrance. We beat them pretty good. My team played well, and we was coming in this game looking for revenge because they beat us the first time. And again, not playoff implications, but playoff implications also. We're in the same division. And at the same time, league implications, because they had 2 losses. We had 1 loss, but now we have 2 losses against them. So now if it ends up tied at the end of the league, then they ain't going to end up winning the league. So, like I said, very disappointing. It was a must-win. I preached playoff, win or go home these last couple games, and we didn't get it done today. It's very disheartening because pretty much this is the same game, exact same game that was played the first time around when we played West. We was down, horrible second quarter like today. We got down big, and we tried to scrap the last minute, fourth quarter, just like today, ended up losing by 6 the first time around. So, again, just disappointing.
Now, all the mistakes that we saw out there on the floor today, is that something where it could be corrected during practice, or something where once the game comes along is just in-game adjustments?
Unfortunately, with this team, is in-game adjustments. We played a very tough schedule in the preseason, played against a lot of very good teams, and played very, very well. But for whatever reason, since we started league, we haven't been playing well. Unfortunately, my seniors, I look for them to show some leadership, and that just hasn't been the case. First time we played West, Tyler really was hurt, so he didn't play. I was without him. We missed him a lot. This time around, Prince Bruford was hurt, another senior, so we was without him. So we didn't have a full team like we should, but at the same time, this is a very winnable game.
All right, Coach. Well, it's a very talented team, and we're looking forward to go ahead and seeing them in the playoffs and hopefully more success when playoff time comes around. Thank you so much for coming. Good luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Darius, and some thoughtful questions and answers by both gentlemen there, and a very interesting statement that Coach Arturo said was, unfortunately, it's in-game adjustments.
Yeah.
Not practice adjustments.
Yeah. I mean, it's stuff that you are, because it's like stuff that they already know what they should be doing. I mean, and it's just playing hard. That's all it is. They just did not play hard as West in that second quarter, and it resulted in them only scoring 5 points.
Right, and 5 points in the second quarter, 10 in the third. So they had 28 points going into the fourth quarter, but they scored 27 points in the fourth quarter. So that's how big that was. Outscored them 27-17, but it wasn't enough in a 67-55 loss to West. Now that creates a three-way tie for the Pioneer League.
Yeah, and when you just talked about it, a 27-point fourth quarter, and they still weren't able to come back. At one point, they were down almost about 30 points in this game.
Right.
So they had, when you have to climb out of a hole like that, 8-minute quarters, it is not your best friend. I mean, so tough break.
That's right. And our scoring, the West Warriors, Alex Mishaw had 24 points, and Brandon Kirscher had 4. Ken Asai had 15 points. Justin Height had 10. 9 for Nick Snyder, and 3 points for Drew Higishigawa, and 10 points for Loveday Shibuizi for the Olympians. John Clausell had 13, 8 points for Devin Brown. Amand Anderson had 14, 5 points for Brian Mex, and 4 points for Tyler Ridley, 2 for DeMonte Washington. Let's go to Tamara.
Perlmutter, P-E-R.
3, 2. Oh. Coach, you were able to win this game tonight. How did you do it?
We came out with the defensive intensity that we needed. In the first quarter, they got out in transition. We had 10 transition points. In the second quarter, we decided to dig in, match their toughness, and our defense led to our offense.
I know before the game you said this is a big test for your team. How would you grade them tonight?
Our team, they were excellent tonight. We've never won on this floor since I've been here. This is my third year. Leuzinger was the favorite coming into league play, I would say, by most of the pundits. So it was a big challenge, and tonight the guys were up for the challenge. I tip my hat to Leuzinger. They're a great team, and this is a big accomplishment for us.
What does this win say about your team?
It shows that we have heart and resiliency. We were 4-1 the first time, or we were 3-2 the first time around in league of the first 5 games, which meant we have to win 5 in a row. We've won 4 of those 5. The guys could have folded or let it get to their heads, but now we're 1 win away from being outright league champions.
I know you said 1 win away. How do you carry, or how do you sustain this energy on Thursday when you play Torrance?
Well, tonight when I go talk to them in the locker room, I'm going to let them know we can't be satisfied. So we got to get to sleep tonight. We got to get back to work tomorrow, and we got to take care of business on Thursday.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara. And they play Torrance, like you said, Sebastian, and they are tied with Leuzinger and West, they being Torrance. And then Leuzinger closes things out right here against Centennial, who is beginning the night at 4-4. So it's going to be a wild finish on Thursday night for the Pioneer League.
Yeah. Pioneer League is going to be really, really crazy. I mean, Leuzinger has opportunity to capitalize and get to 8-2 in league. But if Torrance wins, or if West wins that game, might end up in a 2-way tie. And that's what it's probably going to look like. Centennial is a team that they play hard. Leuzinger should win, but you never know. I mean,
right.
if you're scoring 5 points in any quarter, you don't give yourselves the opportunity to win.
That's right. Leuzinger came out kind of flat tonight and ended up paying for it, 67-55 against a team that was behind them by a game, and they worked their way to victory. So again, that's a championship team. So let's go to our favorite part of the game, and that is the player of the game and tip of the hat. So who is our player of the game?
So our player of the game is going to be Alex Mishaw.
Alex Mishaw from West High School, and 24 points for Alex, and doing it from outside, doing it from inside.
Yeah, Alex is a player. He does a little bit of everything. He likes to catch the ball on the run. You see with a nice block right there, using his length, and he's a player. He can spot up and shoot the three. There's a lot of plays where he caught the ball just by him camping out on the three-point line, and he is a slasher. He likes to get the ball in stride, and Leuzinger did not make him put the ball on the floor tonight. And when you give a player an opportunity to get comfortable,
that's right.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
And our tip of the hat tonight is from Leuzinger High School, and that is number 11, Amand Anderson. And he was flying all over the place trying to get through that defense, that big defense. Loveday Shibuizi, I'm sorry. I saw that right there, and I thought, okay, so my bad. So Loveday Shabuizi. Sorry, Rufus. And Loveday Shabuizi had 10 points, and boy, he got hurt, came back, got hurt, and let's watch some of the highlights on defense.
Yeah, and Shabuizi is a player that I really like, and he's somebody who plays a lot coming off the bench, but this is what I love about him. He gets it in the open court and he just goes, and that is a real skill to have, especially at the high school level. He's very athletic. I mean, we weren't able to see it, but you can see how high he jumps for those rebounds. He's a very athletic kid, can throw down some nasty dunks if he ever gets the opportunity, but he played really well tonight. I mean, he had to step up, and Coach Jones talked about Prince Buford being out with the concussion,
right. Mm-hmm.
and you're not going to get him back into the playoffs. So,
right. Well, also just one thought. This is the first time I think that I have seen Leuzinger play this year, and from what I saw, the Olympians had the better athletes, but they just didn't give the better effort tonight.
Yeah.
And that was the difference.
Yeah, sometimes it comes down to that. I mean, if you're not going to play hard, it's another team that's going to play hard. They may not match you in skill or in athleticism, but if they play the better game, better team game, they're going to win, and that's exactly what West did tonight.
All right, well, that's going to do it here from Leuzinger High School, where the final score was 67-55 in favor of the West Warriors. And for Sebastian Spencer, good job, buddy. And also with us was Asia Stewart keeping score for us. And 11 years old. See, it's not that hard.
A rising star.
Exactly. And all of our crew from City TV, Sebastian and Tamara, and the crew led by Tom Strickfadden. Want to thank you for watching us on City TV tonight. Until next time, so long.
Thank you.